Hello, great minds. Welcome to today's numeracy class. In today's class, we are taking a look at profit and loss. Profit and loss. Good. Now let's look at the lesson objectives. At the end of this lesson, the pupils should be able to define profit and loss. Also, you should be able to solve questions on profit and loss. Tell me the formulas for profit and loss. Okay, so that is what we are going to be looking at in today's class. Please, I need you guys to pay attention. Don't be distracted. Focus and make sure you get your writing materials as we start the class. Welcome back to the class. Don't forget the rules. Stay focused, no distractions, and make sure you have your writing materials with you. Don't forget the topic is profit and loss. So the first question is this: what is profit? We said that profit is the money gain, especially the difference between the amount earned and the amount spent in buying something. Okay? The amount earned and the amount spent in buying something. Let's look at example. In order to earn more money, that is make profit, a shopkeeper sells goods at a higher price than which he or she bought it. For example, let's say Mr. Golden Bells is a shopkeeper, and he went to the market to buy a bottle of wine, and the bottle of wine cost him 100 naira, cost him 100 naira. Now, after getting back to the shop, Mrs. B comes to the shop and tells Mr. Um, Golden Bells that I want to buy a bottle of wine. Okay, Mr. Gold said, okay, this bottle of wine will cost you 200 naira. Remember, he bought it in the market for 100 naira, and he's selling the bottle of wine to Mrs. B for what? For 200 naira. Now, since Mrs. B has agreed to pay the sum of 200 naira, Mr. Mr. Golden Bell makes what? A profit. And who can tell me what that profit is? Good. He made a profit of 100 naira. So remember that he bought the bottle of wine for 100 and he sold it for 200 naira. So he made a profit of 100 naira from Mrs. B. Good, you are following. So that is profit for you, okay? So in order to earn more money, or that is make profit, a shopkeeper sells goods at a higher price than which he or she bought it. Now, it may not be you might not be a shopkeeper. You might want to sell something, maybe your bag. You might want to sell your shoes. You might want to, whatever it is. Don't forget that you sell in order to do what? To make profit. Good. So let's look at what loss is. We said, what is loss? Okay, we said a loss is when an item is sold for less than it cost. Okay, if Mr. Let's say if Mr. Golden Bells decided to sell that bottle of wine to Mrs. B for 80 naira, did he make a loss? Yes, he made a loss of 20 naira. Okay, he made a loss of 20 naira. If he decides to sell what? If he decides to sell the bottle of wine to Mrs. B for 80 naira, okay, remember he bought it for 100 naira and he's now selling it for 80 naira to Mrs. B. That is a loss of 20 naira. So a loss is when an item is sold for less than it cost. Okay, let's look at example. A shopkeeper bought a bell for $50.90 and sold it for $48.50. Please tell me, this shopkeeper, is he making a profit or a loss? Ah, okay, somebody is screaming the answer. He made what? The shopkeeper made a loss of $1.40. cents. That's very good. Good of you. That means you are following. Okay, let's look at cost price and selling price. Whenever you are dealing with profit and loss, don't forget you will come across cost price and selling price. Okay, cost price and selling price. So what is cost price? We said the money the trader paid to the wholesaler and other expenses is what is the cost price. Now, Mr. Golden Bell went to the market. He bought what? That bottle of wine for 100 naira. That is what? That is the cost price. Okay, he went to the market, the tea fair and everything. At the end of the day, he decided to sell it for 100 naira. That is the cost price. The amount at which it costs you to get something is what is the cost price. Now let's look at the second, which is the selling price. You said the selling price is the price at which the trader sells the goods. Remember, Mr. Golden Bell sold the bottle of wine to Mrs. B at the rate of 200 naira. Therefore, he made a profit of 100 naira. So the price at which the trader sells the goods, the selling price, that 200 naira that Mr. Golden Bell sold the bottle of wine to Mrs. B is what is the selling price. Good. All right. So let's look at profit now. We say when selling price of an article is greater than the cost price, then there is profit. Okay, when selling price of an article is greater than the cost price, then there is profit. Look at it. Selling price greater than cost price is profit. Now, profit, don't forget that profit is P. Okay, anywhere you see P under profit and loss, you are simply referring to what? Profit. Now, we say profit equals to SP minus cost price. That is the formula for finding what? Profit. Profit is what? SP minus cost price. Good. Let's look at the next one. Example now. Examples. Samson purchased a toy car at the rate of 120 naira 90 kobo and sold it at 145 naira. State whether there is a profit or loss and how much is the profit or loss. Okay, good. Now let's look at the solution. We said the cost price. Don't forget your CP. Anywhere you see CP is referring to what? Cost price under profit and loss. So CP is 120 naira 90 kobo. Okay, and the selling price, which is the SP, is what? 145 naira. Okay, good. Now remember that in this question, the selling price is greater than what? The selling price is greater than the cost price. The selling price is 145 naira, while the cost price is 120 naira 90 kobo. So since selling price is greater than CP, we say P, which is the profit, equals to SP minus cost price. So that is 145 naira minus 120 naira 90 kobo. And Samson made a profit of 24 naira 10 kobo. 24 naira 10 kobo is the profit made by Samson. Good. Let's continue with loss now. We said when the selling price of an article is less than cost price, then there is what? There is loss. When the selling price of an article is less than cost price, there is loss. Okay, so the formula for finding loss is CP minus SP. CP minus SP. Good. So example now, we said Anika purchased a bag for 540 naira 90 kobo and sold it for 500 naira. State whether there is profit or loss and how much is the profit or loss. Okay, now let's look at the solution. Your cost price is what? 540 naira 90 kobo, while the selling price is 500 naira. Now the formula. Now remember that the selling price is less than the cost price. The selling price is 500 naira, while the cost price is 540 naira. Therefore, there is loss. But how much loss did Anika make? Let us look at it. Loss equals to what? CP minus SP. So your cost price is 540 naira 90 kobo, while the selling price is 500 naira. Anika made a loss of 40 naira 90 kobo. 40 naira 90 kobo. That is the loss made by who? By Anika. Beautiful. Good. So let's continue and look at more examples. Now this is another person. Smithson bought a spoon for 50 naira 80 kobo and sold it for 39 naira 90 kobo. What is our profit or loss? CP is 50 naira 80 kobo, while the selling price is 39 naira 90 kobo. So the selling price is less than the cost price. Therefore, there is what? There is loss. Good, good, good. I can hear you scream it over there. Loss, good. So loss equals to what? Cost price minus selling price. Cost price minus selling price. So what is the loss made by Simpson? That is 10 naira 90 kobo. 10 naira 90 kobo. That is the loss made by Smithson. Okay, good. All right, let's look at more examples. Okay, Mr. Obama is a shopkeeper. He bought fruit wine for 950 naira. He later sold it for 1000 naira 50 kobo. Did Mr. Obama made a profit or loss? We don't know. Let us look at it. Now, the solution is this. We said the cost price of this wine is what? Is 950 naira, while the selling price is what? 1000 naira 50 kobo. Okay, now remember that we said that when the selling price is greater than the cost price, then we say there is profit. Selling price greater than the cost price, we say there is profit. So that means Mr. Obama is likely to make a profit. Am I correct? Yes. Somebody say, oh, good. Yes, yes, yes. Profit. Now, how much profit did Mr. Obama make? Let us look at it. Make. Now, profit equals to selling price minus cost price. Okay, now the selling price is 1000 naira 50 kobo, while the cost price is 950 naira. Now, Mr. Obama made what? 50 naira 50 kobo as his profit. Do you get that? Good, beautiful. Somebody is showing me his answer there. Good, good, well done. That's good. So 50 naira 50 kobo is the profit made by Mr. Obama. Okay, I think we have come to the end of our examples. Let's look at what we have next. It is time for seat work. Oh yeah, seat work. Now let's look at the questions. Victor bought a table at 40,000 naira and sold it at 40,500 naira. What is Victor's profit or loss? What is Victor's profit or loss? Okay, the cost of a radio is 10,000 naira. If it is sold at 8,000 naira, find the loss made. Number 3 says, my sister bought some eggs for 345 naira 60 kobo. I sold them for 339 naira 20 kobo. What is a profit or loss? The last question says, a seamstress made a dress at a cost of 5,500 naira and sold it at 7,550 naira. What profit or loss did she make? Okay, so now this is your seat work for today. And what you're going to do for me is this. Just show your workings, okay, and submit your answers in the comment section. Okay, I'm going to take a look at it one after the other and award my marks. Okay, good. Or you submit it to me via, you upload it via WhatsApp, okay, for me to upgrade. All right, good. So also I have another bonus for you here, your homework. So this is your homework. Okay, that is the first question, and this is the second question, and this is the third question. Barry White bought white motorbike for 430 naira 99 cent, 99 kobo. Sorry, he sold same motorbike for what? 750 naira 99 kobo. What is Barry White's profit or loss? Okay, good. Now that's the fourth question. And the last question, a young boy bought his car for 809 naira 50 kobo and sold it for what? 1069 naira 60 kobo. Did the boy make a profit or loss? I don't know. So it is left for you to answer the questions and upload your answers. Okay, upload your answers for me to upgrade.
Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, Golden Bells Academy. Follow us on Facebook, Golden Bells Academy 75. Twitter, Golden Bells A. Instagram, Golden Bells Academy. Patreon, www.patreon.com/goldenbells.